So you're counting calories and you're having an argument with your friend. You have one friend that is arguing that calories in and calories out is the only thing that matters. Here's the thing I want you to consider. Here's a couple things I want you to consider. First of all, I've mentioned this in previous videos, but food quality does matter in a sense that if we were gonna fill majority of our calories in our diet with poor food choices, that's gonna affect our gut microbiome, and which in turn is gonna affect the way we utilize or burn off those calories that we take in. There will be people that will argue that glycemic effect is what matters when it comes to food, particularly carbs. So let's say we have a sweet potato and we have a cookie with ice cream on it. And let's say with that sweet potato, we were to put some honey or some maple syrup on that sweet potato. And calorically, we make it very similar to the cookie. So the one person that wants to have fun is probably gonna say, why don't I just have the cookie? If it's the same caloric content as the sweet potato and it's gonna spike my insulin the same way the sweet potato and the honey is, why not go for the cookie? Let's say we do have a slight intolerance to dairy. Let's say we don't tolerate gluten as well. Those two things alone are gonna cause a small stressor on the body, and that's gonna raise cortisol. Already we know that cortisol has the ability to put out more blood sugar into our bloodstream. That is gonna affect the way the glycemic index compares to the sweet potato. So in terms of its insulin spiking effect, already we see a difference, even though the calories are the same. So secondly, the sweet potato is gonna have some potassium content. It's gonna have some nutrients in general. That in turn is gonna have a positive influence on our hormones. And our hormones are the signaling process of our body. And that in turn is gonna affect the way we burn calories in general. So those are some things to consider when looking at calories in versus calories out. I think it's really important to note that I don't think that 100% of our calories need to be clean. I think the good thing about macros is it gives us some leniency to have some of indulge in some of the more calorically dense or less than ideal foods, like our ice creams or pizzas or gluten or all those other things. But I would say at least 70 to 80% of our diet, of our calories in our diet should be coming from good quality food sources, because they take into consideration things like hormones, gut health, and low level inflammation.